You ever been to L.A., like to the Grumman's Chinese Theater area? It's like all filled with people like dressed up as like Gandalf and like Spider-Man. And my friend got harassed by Homer Simpson. He was like, oh, like we were standing there and like Homer like, hey man, want to take a picture? Like he had the voice and he goes, oh, why don't you take a picture of me and Homer? He was like, hey buddy, hey, let me get. And then I'm like, did you just give that man $5? If there's one thing that we get complimented about, it's how great the podcast looks. I don't do any of that. Chris does. He's the guy you usually hear laughing in the background of most of the episodes. I'm sure you're wondering, why don't you have a microphone for him? We don't have a microphone for him because we can't afford it. But the least we can do is get you links to the gear that we do use, and it'll help support the channel. We do get a little bump from that, I think. I don't know how any of this works. I really don't even know how to read like the lines. Like right now I'm doing a terrible job of it. Like I could say anything right now. Like I have 4 nipples and it's fine. We're going to keep it in. But anyway, click the link below and you get some of that cool gear that we use to make your podcast look just as good, maybe better than ours. All right?
The Ammerman campus quite a few times, never enrolled in school anyway.
Yeah, but I went there fucking and I minored in film. So like I was like I don't know. I always wanted to like make a movie type shit.
Well, yeah, I know you do all the acting stuff.
Yeah, I did. That was like mainly theater. I did.
What are you talking about? You were in Men in Black 3.
Yeah, but like that was like most of the work I got or I was able to do or wasn't too snobby about it. I usually did because I was a fucking snob. I usually did theater. I liked it. I like doing the live audience thing. I like the process of it and everything. I just didn't like the people too much.
Do you like plays or you're more like musicals?
I like straight plays.
Yeah, I didn't catch you for a singer.
No, I'm not. I used to hate. If you listen to the episode that Courtney Artero was on,
yeah,
she was like, I'm musical. We talk about our mutual hatred of musical theater people.
Yeah, musical theater. It's
Chris, are we on? Oh, recording? Cool. Oh shit. Hey everybody, it's Millennial Stoner. My guest this week, the #1 superfan of Millennial Stoner.
Hey,
Nick Wilkinson.
Hey, what's going on? How we doing, people?
We're gonna plug some dates real quick. I got some show. Do you have any show dates you want to plug?
Yes, I do.
All right, you go first, sir.
September 21st. Where the hell am I gonna be?
Oh, God, I shouldn't have told you to go first. This always takes 15 minutes of the show.
I didn't pull my phone out.
It's okay. I'll do my dates. I got them right
there
here.
You go.
I've got September 15th. That's Terry McNeely's Laugh in the Giggle Room at Governor's Comedy Club, Levittown location. Showtime 8 p.m. I think doors are at 7 or 6:30. Either way, get there early. $22 at the door, so you can get tickets online. You can or you can get them at the door. These tend to sell out quickly, so I recommend reserving online. It's going to be a great show. Billy Geyer, Travis Grant is on it. Hugh Murray's on it. Old Uncle Terry is headlining. Come on down. And then after that, September 25th, I'm going to be at Carnival Restaurant and Pizzeria. That's in Wisconsin. Port Jefferson Station, right off Wisconsin Highway. That's 6 p.m. seating, 7:30 show. That's a dinner show and everything. So if you go to my Instagram, I have all the information on that. But that's a 6 p.m. seating, 7:30 show. John Patera's hosting. Terry McNeely's also headlining. Fat Jay's going to be on that. Bridget Kavanaugh, myself, and Michael, I hope I say his name right, Delaquilla. And then after that, I'm going to be at the American Legion. No, I'm sorry. What?
Butchering names. I love it.
I'm sorry.
You're yelling at me. Look at you.
And then after that, I'm going to be at American Legion Post 1533. That's a 7 p.m. show, 8:30 p.m. 7 o'clock dinner, 8:30 p.m. show. That's Saturday, September 30th at the American Legion Post 1533. I think that's in Mastic Beach. Yeah, Mastic Beach. That's at. That's going to be another Terry McNeely. I got a bunch of Terry shows that I'm hosting right now, but I'm going to be hosting that, and Rob White will also be featuring on it. If you haven't seen Rob White, you see Rob White. He's hilarious. He actually just won the Governor's Comedy Contest. I came in second at the Governor's Comedy Contest.
Oh, really? Rob White.
And then I'm going to be with Rob and Terry again, but that's going to be October 14th at the Old Schoolhouse and Inn and Restaurant in Downsville, New York. That's a 8 p.m. show. All the information and the number that you can call is on my Instagram, which is at that Winchell Kid 87. And then I forgot about September 8th. I'm going to be doing a show at Six and Tones Comedy Club with Ben DeMarco and Remy Casimir. These are two very funny people. I got to meet him. I got to meet Benny on the Jordan Rock show I did. He's very funny. And Remy's also hilarious. So come on down, check that out. That's a 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. shows on September 8th. Come on down. All right. That's everything I got.
Wow.
That's the best I've ever done, Chris.
What's it like to be a real comedian with a bunch of dates?
It's
Let
fucking.
me tell you about my 2 shows. So, September 21st, Edgewood Bar and Grill. It's over in Deer Park.
Yes.
I
know that one.
Oh, it's a great spot. You can come on out. It's $50 a ticket, but it is a dinner show, but it is for a good cause. It's for the Berrios Foundation.
Oh, sweet.
Also, October 6th, I'm doing it again.
Can't get enough of your boy.
Then I'm back doing the contest, the comedy contest, Aragona's comedy contest.
I'll probably be on that too. I don't know when.
October 6th, I'm on the first round. So
okay.
All these dates and everything, you can get me on everything. Instagram,
I'm everything,
Facebook,
baby.
all of it. Nicholas Wilkinson.
What's your Instagram again? Just because I talked over you?
Everything is Nicholas Wilkinson stand-up.
Check him out, man. He's funny. If you ever see his face in a poster, Nick's very, very funny and different. I love it.
Thank you, Winchell.
Thanks for coming down, man. I know you got a lot on your plate lately. I was trying to get you on. You're always going to be on the show. I just had to figure a bunch of stuff out and everything. So I'm happy to have you on, especially because weren't you getting married in like 3 days?
Oh, close.
Close. Well, by the time this comes out, you'll probably have already been married. so congratulations,
Thank
future
you.
Nick,
Thank you.
whenever you're out there. But you're getting married. Where are you getting married?
I'm getting married down in West Sayville.
West Sayville. Where? The manor?
Close. The mansion.
The mansion, which is code for the fucking golf course.
Yes. Yes, I'm getting married on the golf course. Par 1.
That's good. It should be nice weather out for You're getting married on the golf course?
Yeah, right on
Seriously?
the golf course. Yeah, hole 1 we start.
What do you mean you start and then we do 18 rounds
I
of
would
wedding?
imagine, Joe, we're on the golf course. What are we doing here?
All right, everybody get some clubs. We're gonna play 18 and then we're gonna get married on the 18th.
No, everyone's getting married. We're getting married and everyone's going to be in golf attire.
Really? Are you a big golfer?
No. No.
No, you fucking idiot. It's a joke.
Come on.
That's why it's called Millennial Stoner. I'm high when I'm on. I'm like, really, dude? No, that's good. And actually should be nice for that. I just got back from a wedding in fucking Charlotte, North Carolina.
Ooh.
And it was awful.
Whose wedding?
It's my buddy from college, whom I love. Met his wife. Very nice, very happy for him. But it was a miserable fucking reception ceremony.
Why?
It was so hot. It was so hot. It was so ungodly hot.
Winchell, it's, what was it, August?
Yeah, but it was like, I was told by everybody that it was going to be like record-breaking heat the day that he got married. Okay. Like, it was like, they were like, it's one of those things where they were like, it hasn't been this hot since 1955. You know, like I was hearing that from everybody. And I'm like, this is fucking miserable. I don't know why anybody moves down to the fucking South.
Did you wear shorts?
What's that?
You put on shorts?
I didn't own shorts. I had to buy shorts for this trip.
Oh, thank God.
I had like one pair of flamingo shorts that I wore on a wrestling cruise I went on.
Ooh, flamingo shorts?
Yeah, I'm fucking tacky. I love it.
No, I love it. To be honest, I picture more of like a pineapple guy.
Really?
Like
You think
swinger.
pineapple? Nah, that's Billy Geyer's territory. Billy Geyer likes the pineapple shit.
Ooh,
That's
really?
his stuff. Yeah, he's got a pineapple shirt. He looks good in like if he Billy Geyer looks great with shirts with just fruit on them. I don't know what it is. It just compliments him very well.
Yeah, I like Billy Moore with his hat though.
You like the hat?
Oh, I love the hat because now he really looks like a pineapple. It sticks his hair out and stuff.
Oh man, no, I get like what was I saying? Fuck, I lost my track of everything. We're talking about Billy Geyer.
You're talking about the wedding.
Oh, the wedding. Yeah, it was miserable. It was just really fucking hot. And it's like, it was hot in a way. If you go on my Instagram story, actually right now, there's a picture of me in my suit in front of what they had like 6. They brought in like, because it was an open air fucking place, right?
Right.
Open air fucking place. And I kept hearing that like, oh, it's inside outside, which was a lie. It was basically outside. It used to be like an old mill. I don't know what kind of mill. It was the South, so it was probably a fucking cotton mill or some
What
shit.
wedding is outside?
I don't fucking know.
Was it in the backyard?
No, it was in like it was a venue, but it looked like one of those buildings that got blown out in World War II in England. Like, you know when you see like old videos of like England, that's what it looked like because it had there was no like doorways on the windows. It was just like open air. It was an old mill.
What?
It was an old mill that they converted into like a fucking like a hall.
Where you like running saws and shit?
No, I mean it was the South, and it was in Carolina. It was probably a cotton mill. Let's be honest.
Wedding?
What's that?
It was the South. Was it a shotgun wedding?
No, what's that? Does that mean you get married by Elvis or some shit?
No, you get married because the chick's pregnant.
No. My friend is actually a pretty responsible guy. Beep his name out. I don't know. He's a responsible dude. She didn't look pregnant. That's all I'm saying. Like if it was, then she just found out.
Oh my God.
But no. It was really fucking hot. It was awful. And I remember like by the end of it, like everybody was just miserable. Right. I had a friend of mine that like literally like he went to the bartender, asked for a cup of ice, and he went into the bathroom and just shoved ice into his fucking underwear. He said it was that miserable and hot, and I'm like, it was. And of course, everybody who lives there is like, it's never been this hot when I've lived here 5 years. It's never been this hot before. And I'm like, I'm fucking great. I'm glad I came down. Like, why is it the one day? Like, it can't possibly.
Always, isn't that Murphy's Law?
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Something.
Yeah, well, it's just like a fucking awful. I don't know. It was terrible. Like they had 6 industrial fans they brought in, which did nothing because after a while they're just blowing hot air.
Yeah,
like that's all it did. It was just circulating hot air.
You said it was in where? Charlotte?
It was like right out. So it was like an hour outside of Charlotte.
Oh, so you're in like the middle of the city. There's nothing helping.
Yeah, it was just, and then like it was one of those things where even in the fucking car, like if you were by the window and the sun was coming in, like you didn't get any of the air conditioning. Like I remember driving with my buddy and being like, fucking, because everything's packed, so I'm sitting behind the passenger seat and there's just the sun beating. He's got the air conditioning on, but I'm like, I'm still like fucking miserable and hot. I don't know why anybody moves down to the South. It sucks.
Because it's great.
It's not.
No, during the summer it's not.
No. Well, it's summer year. That's why they moved down there, right?
Yeah, you get like 2-3 months. Where it's like 60.
You get like 2-3 months.
You know,
we're at 60. That's terrible. Like, fucking everybody lived, and then my buddy lives by a fucking like interstate. He bitched about he lives next to the fucking interstate, and I'm like, it sounds like you hate it down here. It sounds like you hate it down here, and you just moved down here because it was at one point it was cheaper, and it's not cheaper anymore.
Well, is he trying to get you to move down there?
I'm not moving down there.
Well, is he trying to get you to move down there?
He's tried to like broach the subject with me.
Bro, it's that same shit, same thing with kids. They start getting you. No, it's great. Go ahead. Come on in. You'll love it. It's great. And then you get down there and they're like, haha, bitch, got you.
Yeah, it's like, I thought you moved down here because it was great. He's like, it's okay. It's not great. Like, it's like, because all the thing, and I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I can't go fucking bagel down here. Like, I understand that shit's centralized in New York and on the East Coast upper areas specifically.
No, that's something I don't understand. Everyone from New York is moving down there. How come they don't have good bagels?
Because people want something to complain about. That's why. You have they're like, I have nothing to complain about. I'll move down to North Carolina so I can bitch about pizza and bagels.
You raise an excellent point. But what
else? That's all they complain about down there.
Yeah, they also don't live in the middle of the country.
Yeah, exactly.
All the New Yorkers move down. They move to one fucking part of the city.
Yeah.
And that's it. It becomes little like Long Island.
It becomes little Long Island. It becomes gentrified, but gentrified in the way that it just becomes Long Island.
Yes.
like, oh man, just everybody sitting around there. We should open a deli. Like
everyone's got an attitude. Everyone's mid, walking fast.
Yeah, it's just like I can't get a bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm like, of course you can't get a bacon, egg, and cheese. It's fucking. You're in Delaware. Like
you moved here because it was different.
Yeah, it's North Carolina. Go get some. I don't know, grits. Go get what they're known for.
Whoa.
Like. What?
Don't you be knocking on
I'm
grits.
not knocking grits. I'm saying you have to go get grits there. You're not going to get grits in New York. They probably suck.
Have you ever tried grits in New York?
Yeah, I've tried grits in New York. It's terrible.
Grits, they don't know what they're doing.
Of course, it's a southern thing.
The South only has 2 good things.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
They do have good breakfast.
And boobies.
They do have giant tits out there.
For some reason, down south, all of them.
Yeah.
Giant tits and blondes.
Yeah. They're just like, what's up, man? I just love God, America, and blowjobs and these giant-ass titties. That's all it is. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
See, I touched the thing. I told you.
I knew you would. I've been waiting for it.
I know it's going to happen. But yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, you're right. It is just everybody. They're doing that now. My married friends are doing that with me to be like, when are you going to get married? And I'm just like, I don't have a girlfriend. Like, why?
Well, that's a great reason to get married.
But that's a terrible mentality to date somebody with the intent to get married. I feel like you got to get to know somebody before that. Like, you've been with your girl for how long?
Oh, 9 years.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, when did you get engaged?
Oh, we got engaged at 3.5 years.
But you knew her for 3.5 years.
3.5
I don't know
years.
why I just was like, no, you knew it for 2
it's
before.
Fine. It's right.
Too much pot.
It's golden. I'll keep the math together for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. But so that's what I'm talking about, right? Like you got to know somebody and you're like, I really like this person. I think I'd like to marry them. And then,
No.
Oh, you got forced into it?
We have been pretty much living together for about 9 years.
What did you guys move in?
About when we started dating.
Oh, right away?
Kind of.
It's not going to work out then. I'm talking.
I would love to imagine that.
You don't have a fiance. You have a roommate.
I do. I do.
No, I'm sure it's going to be great. I met your girl. She's awesome.
Yes.
But like, that's what I mean. It's just like, but you weren't like on the hunt, like I'm looking for a wife.
No, but I think that's yes and no. It didn't start like that. But eventually you grow into the mindset of that's what I want.
Yeah.
And then you find the partner that fits that.
Yeah, I get that.
I just happen to be with that one.
It's just weird to me. It just seems like so, I don't know. This might be because I have commitment issues, but but like it's it just seems like that seems like so like a very intense drive to like go on a dating app and try to meet like buy a wife online or whatever the fuck.
I could see that.
Or a husband, whatever you're into.
I could see your point on that. But again, it's all mentality.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all about how you coming into it. What do you want from it?
Yeah.
Because if you're looking for that, you're going to find someone else that's looking for it.
That's true. Yeah, if you can only find that if you're it's fair. So,
when you're looking to get laid, you find it.
It's not that hard, especially nowadays. And I'm not like tooting my own horn. I just know a lot of people that like, yeah, it's just, they go and get laid.
Well,
are you
they're not in a relationship, let me tell you.
Well, that's what happens when you're not in a relationship.
I know, you get laid all the time.
No, you don't. Like, you don't. You really don't. Like,
well, what happened? I thought you just said you were getting laid.
No, I'm not. I didn't say I was. I said I know. Like
other people.
I don't really do. Like, it's not that I'm like in a drought or anything, but like it's not like, I'm throwing chicks off left and right. To quote a movie I like, my chicks are my left and right. Thank you, Clerks 2. No, it's
just gonna ask what's it from.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like some of my married friends like think that I like live like that. Like my buddy that lives in Georgia is just like, I just assume you're out getting pussy, and I'm like, no, I am playing God of War at home.
Yeah, I'm doing what I want.
Yeah, I'm not doing
games, pizza every night.
Yeah, like what are you projecting onto? Yeah, pizza every night. But yeah, what are you projecting onto me right now?
This is what I'm projecting onto you right now because I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
You eat pizza every night, Joe. Talk to me.
That's what I mean. I'm like, what are you projecting onto me right now? It's like your life can't possibly be that bad. Like I stayed at my buddy's house and I get it. I get marriage. I understand. Like I'm not one of those people that's like it's a trap. And I'm like I get it to an extent. Like. My buddy, like, his wife brought him, like, pizza. We were watching, like, Alf, and his, like, wife brought us, like, pizza. And I was just like, okay, this is interesting. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I could do that all the time.
It's so hard because when you're in a relationship, how do you think it works?
I don't know. 50, I have no idea. Like that kind of relationship?
That's what I mean. In a relationship, how much do you have to give in? Is it like a 50-50, 60-40?
I mean, I always thought it was, like, equal parts. That's 50, what I always thought. Right? That was my mentality. When I had a girlfriend, I'm always like, it's got to be, But being engaged and I assume being married is probably different than that.
No.
No, okay.
Relationships in general, period. It's got to be 100-0.
Okay.
If you're not giving 100%,
so it's okay,
and expecting nothing back,
that's true.
You're doing it for something.
Okay.
50. Well, I did the dishes. You got to do that. No. Maybe they had a hard day. Take the trash out. Do the dishes.
This is why none of my relationships worked out. I'm like, where's your 50%?
Well, I think we've come to the answer here now.
I paid for McDonald's today. Are you going to buy the weed or not?
Well, no. I mean,
No, but whatever.
Someone's got to buy the weed.
I also am one of those people that's like, if you're happy, I'm very happy for you. Like, absolutely. Like, if you found something and you like that, that's cool, But there are some people that I'm like, I feel like you got married just for the sake of it. You gotta admit, there's people out there that you've seen that's like, wow, like this barely works. Like,
when you're together for like 2 years or not even, and then you're married.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden 2 years later after that, you're in counseling and therapy. And
yeah.
No. It never works.
Yeah. You
got to put in the time and it takes forever.
Spoken by a man who's not yet married. I just want everybody to know that.
No ring.
So for 2 years, he's like, it didn't work out. Like, comes back in the podcast. He's like, yeah, all that shit I said 2 years ago, bullshit. Like, no, I'm kidding, man.
To be honest, I'm trying to avoid touching my face. I shaved before I came here, and it's running. Now I just want to keep.
Is that your ADHD?
Mm-hmm.
I told you probably have it.
I told you the Adderall worked?
Yeah. No, it's weird. I had somebody hit me. I told you before I had somebody hit me up. And I don't do transitional material on the show. We were just talking about marriage.
Joey
I were talking
Montana.
about fucking
Anyway,
Adderall.
what do you got?
No, but like it was funny because somebody asked me recently for like Adderall. And I was like, I don't, because I guess they assume just because I have ADHD, I just have like a stockpile of it or some shit. Like
You do.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's because you actually take it.
No, I was prescribed. So I was a Ritalin kid.
Right.
And then I did Concerta after that. Was the next thing after I took Concerta for a while. And then after Concerta, I was the Adderall. But I stopped. I didn't want to take it anymore. So I stopped taking it at like 18 or something like that. When the last time I saw my child psychiatrist person. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I was prescribed it for a while. And then I just didn't take, I haven't, I've been thinking about going back on it, whatever. But like, I guess people just assume that I have it.
Well, I mean, you do tell everyone in your act you have.
I do. I can show the
see how they connect the dots. But to be honest with you, my older retarded brother had
ADHD.
Yeah, and he was on Ritalin.
That was meth. That shit was
Ritalin.
meth.
Yeah, it's got like the little pills inside the pill, right?
Yeah. So that I used to. When I was in high school, some of the AP students would be like, "Can I get one or two of those?" The AP Bio or AP Math, and they would just cram, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then like it's funny because I always felt like I was on the forefront of that because like the year later in the news, it's just like Adderall crisis in high schools, and I'm like, "Look at me contributing to the news."
Kingpin Joe.
Nah, I just gave it. I didn't sell it. I just gave it to him because I didn't like taking it. I liked being manic.
Yeah,
yeah, I did.
I can relate. I
just liked being manic. I'm learning that's probably I need to less of that lately.
No, but
really, nice.
Who wants to have to take something every day
I was also
to
fucking
feel
16.
normal?
Yeah, I was also 16 and a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly. But
stay over a friend's house. Oh, I got to take my medicine before we go to sleep.
Yeah, and I don't get high from it at all. Like people take it as like a recreational thing, and like I've taken it just to like even myself out. Like it because it like works differently on me. Like people are like, I took Ritalin or Adderall last night, and I got super fucked up, and I drank all night, and I go. Yeah, I took some and I did my taxes. I cleaned my house. I organized everything. I returned like 30 text messages, cleaned out all my emails, like, just normal human stuff.
Wrote a memoir.
I wrote a memoir. That's what happens when I actually do Adderall. It's just like, all of a sudden I go, I guess I'll apply for a job today.
You get shit done.
Yeah, I get shit done.
Well, you're saying like it works for you or something.
It does. That's what it does. But like, I always tell people, I'm just like, you realize that like people are like, yeah, I need a little organization in my life. And I'm like, you realize this is just going to affect you the way that cocaine does, right? It's just, except it's going to affect you for 8 hours as opposed to like,
you don't need Adderall. 30. You need discipline.
Yeah, you need discipline. You don't need Adderall. I always find it funny when people are like, I'm going to take Adderall and clean my house. I'm like, you're going to take Adderall and do shots is what's going to happen.
I've only taken it one time and I drove cross country wide awake.
Yeah, you probably have ADHD. Like no, it's like one of the. My buddy calls it the limitless pill because he's prescribed it and everything. But if he's drinking a lot the night before, he'll take it in the morning, and it just like makes him better. Like he's like,
really?
Yeah, it does.
Maybe it cures hangovers.
Well, it's methamphetamine. So, right, it's just like it just tweaks your system out.
So what you're saying is we got to cut out the middleman and go right to the fucking trailer park.
Exactly. Well, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble by some fucking like the ATF for this episode. I don't know what it is.
Yes, ATF.
But one of the reasons I actually want to bring it on here is because I love watching your act. You have such a fucking cool act.
Thanks.
I like your act.
Appreciate it.
I think
I'm pretty fucking.
I've told your fiance many times. I'm like, I fucking love this. Like, every time it doesn't matter. And like, I wanted to ask you about this because I remember you were one of the guys I met early on when I was doing this. When I started doing comedy, I met you like first year or two.
I think we almost started up right.
Yeah, I think so too. And I remember being like. Because I told you that you reminded me of Jesselink a little bit.
Everyone says it.
But like not like ripping him off. It's with the you have a very dry delivery.
Yes.
What like when you first of all, what made you start doing comedy?
Oh, Netflix.
Okay.
So I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, always. But I'm not funny. I'm not Jerry Seinfeld. I'm not Richard Pryor.
That's okay.
But all of a sudden, Netflix starts coming out with these trash-ass fucking comedy specials.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, Amazon's really guilty of it as well. Yeah,
Amazon, too.
Almost more so than Netflix.
And all I'm thinking is I'm funnier than them.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just started looking. Told everyone I'm looking for an open mic. Really hard to find on Long Island. Let me
Not
tell
anymore.
You. No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Thank God for that fucking.
There's actually, I think there's more mics in Suffolk than there is Nassau, though. That's one thing I have heard from
Probably
people.
now.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yo, you gold it. So just looking, and someone actually pointed me to Governors.
Really? Oh, when Governors was doing the Giggle Room mic, right?
No. It
Brokerage?
was McGuire's.
McGuire's was doing the mic. Was Rocco Perillo doing that one?
No, it was John something.
Ziegler.
Yes.
Yeah, Ziegler. Great guy.
Got the mustache. Taller dude.
Did he have? I don't know. He looks like
Kinda
me.
looks-
He kind of looks like me. I look like John Ziegler a little bit.
A little bit,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
got more hair.
Does he?
Definitely.
Okay. Thanks. Continue, asshole.
But nobody knows. Look at you in your hat.
I know.
And your seven. Oh,
That's
never
all right. I
mind.
got
Put it
that.
back on.
Fuck you.
But I stand by my statement. He has more hair.
All right, you rat-faced motherfucker. Anyway.
Oh!
I'm kidding. I love you.
I look more like an eel. Anyway.
So you just went to a mic and
Yeah, so it was McGuire's open mic, and
Okay.
you got to bring 6 people.
oh yeah, that's right. The bringer mic.
And because I brought 14, I got to go last.
You got the headline
I
first
got
time.
the headline. And I got to reach
since you
for my
brought
notes.
14 people, guess what? You get to close the show out. I love that.
And it didn't go bad.
Didn't.
I mean, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But it didn't go bad. So I was like, all right, let's do it again. And then
I find a lot of times the first time that you go up, because there's an energy to that, I believe. Like, there's a lot of people talking about how they go up for the first time and they're like, I did good. You know what I mean? And that's usually why they keep doing it. Like, I feel like if some people, I don't know, and I'm sure there's people that have like bombed immediately and just stuck with it. I know there are. But like a lot of people, it starts like, but part of the problem is too, and I'm not saying this against you because you've since performed under people who, crowds of none of your friends and everything.
Right.
A lot of what people, I think, can't shed is that first time they usually bring like 20 of their friends, right?
Right.
So and I'm like, man, I'm making everybody laugh. They always forget it's like you're making your friends laugh,
Right.
And then when you do a show where there's none of your friends and you're trying to do the same inside jokes that you're doing with fucking Carl and Jackie and all that stuff,
Exactly.
which I hate. I hate that when people come in and they bring all their friends and they're like, these are great jokes, and it's just like, yeah, that's what happens when you're drinking tequila behind the dumpster, right, Karen? And I'm like, who the fuck is Karen? What does any of this mean? Like,
Yeah.
what does any of this mean? Like, what is this inside? Who the fuck is John gets the banana? What are you talking about?
Who's John?
Who's John?
John,
And John's
stand up,
laughing his
please.
ass off.
Right. No, it's that.
But like you, I mean, that's good that you have like you should bring your friends and shit like that. But like, I think some people can't shed that. They can't shed that opening night. I don't understand. They can't separate
It was so
the fact.
good. What happened? Yep, second time I went up, same thing. McGuire's open mic.
Yeah.
A month later, whatever. New jokes.
Yeah.
Because that's what comics do, right?
That's right. You write
They
new
don't do the
stuff.
same jokes every time.
No,
new
yeah.
jokes every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So I did new jokes.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And in front of friends and family. I got to eat a dick in front of them, and I was like, okay.
You gotta eat a couple dicks.
And then I found Butera's open mic.
The one that was at Country Corner back in the day. Yeah.
And I think that's where we met.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, because I remember seeing like you have like what I love about your act is that it's so like calmly abrasive. It's so because you go up there and you're like, hey everybody, because you have a very laid back demeanor up there, and then you start saying these sort of one liners, and you kind of lure people in. And you get reactions, like you get like I'm always laughing at your shit, but the reaction that you get because some people are just unprepared for you.
Some people are pussies.
Some people are pussies, I agree, but some people are just unprepared for you, and it's great because I love it. I love it, and you just never fall. You're a really good example of commitment to the bit. It doesn't matter if it's dead silent in the room or if you're getting like it's like you do it and you do it with a smile on your face too. I always love it.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't love it, but I absolutely love it. I
Yeah.
would prefer everyone laugh.
No, but like when there is laughter too. Like it's
Right.
always the best reaction. You're the way that your material is. I feel like that when you get that mixed reaction, that's like the best.
Yeah.
When you get that laughter and a like oh my god, like
Yes.
because it's always oh my god with like a laugh. It's just like oh my god, what is this guy saying?
It's old people.
Yeah.
Old people.
Oh yeah, that's they hate me
Joe.
too. It's fine.
I know. This is why I love performing with you.
Dude, I did a Sticks and Stones comedy club show, and it was like an 80-year-old woman's like retirement. The whole room was like
Is that the one in Southampton?
that's the one in Southampton.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a show tonight actually there. But there was a whole crowd was like. They were like 60 and below, just not my demographic. I'm going out there being like, you guys seen the Ninja Turtles movie? And they're like, no, tell us about the Depression or some shit like that. I don't know. Like it was crazy. And I was like, these people hate me.
No, they want that Jerry Seinfeld shit. Oh, what's the deal with?
They want
airplane food. What's up with airplane food?
Yeah, they want cruise ship humor. That's what they want. That's what I always say.
Cruise ship humor. Yeah, exactly.
Or the resort humor, if you will. You know what I mean?
Are you troubled by strange thoughts in the middle of the night? Do you experience feelings of dread throughout your daily life? Have you or any member of your family seen things that you couldn't explain? If the answer is yes, then don't waste another minute. Go to onlinetherapy.com and speak to the professionals. Onlinetherapy.com. Their courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve your mental health issues. We're ready to believe you. OnlineTherapy.com is tailor-made to you. You take a brief questionnaire and it asks you questions like, what are you suffering from? And then gives you an entire list of options. They even do couples therapy, and you also choose how you do therapy. Whether on the phone, video calls, texting, you make it convenient for you. Much like your favorite blanket, it's comforting to know that OnlineTherapy.com is always there for you with on-demand 24-hour unlimited texting. So, you get matched with a therapist that specializes in how to help your specific issues. An online journal to write down all of your thoughts and progress, and now they also just released a yoga benefit as part of their therapy. Click the link below and get 20% off your first month on therapy, okay? That's the link below, onlinetherapy.com. Check it out. Make yourself a little bit better in the brain.
Older people hate me. And I don't even like, I don't even say stuff like, obviously I have like jokes that are fucking like a little more abrasive and everything, but like I'll even softball it and I'll be like, guys on the dating apps. Like,
speaking of, you know what you got to do more of?
What's that?
The ring one.
Oh, the engagement one?
Yeah, oh my God.
That works better with a younger crowd. Because I'm asking specifically for engaged, if there's people who are engaged in the audience.
Right, 60-year-old people didn't just get engaged.
Sometimes that's a gem. If somebody recently, because recently there was like an older couple that like were on like their second marriage each or something like that, and they like met on the apps, and I'm like, they were like in their 50s.
Okay.
You know?
They got like silver singles
but like
or
late
whatever.
50s. Yeah, it was like silver singles. Dude, I was just talking to, I just hosted for Marina Franklin, and she was talking about being on Silver Singles and everything like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is Silver Singles? And she goes, it's like it's like for like, a little bit, like 40 and over, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not fucking good at dating apps.
It took over for eHarmony.
Wasn't eHarmony, that was the older person?
Who else was using it?
eHarmony was the one where you had to fill out like a fucking census beforehand, right?
Yeah, but also look at the guy that was promoting it. That guy was 1,000.
I found my match. At 98 years old, I found my match on eHarmony. They always pitch those things as being so like, are you alone and miserable? Let us put your information in this. We'll find someone just as fucking miserable as you. Every time. That's what it was. I remember trying to do it one time and being like, this is like 30 pages of shit.
Right.
I got bored. I'm like, I don't really want to be in a relationship this bad.
Honestly, I had to help someone do it one time. It's like 130 questions.
It is. It's crazy.
And do you know it's free? The questionnaire.
But the app itself is
everything
not.
else you have to pay for.
Yeah, of course. Like, but don't worry, this 30 pages.
Oh, 30 minutes of your time. No problem. Free.
It's like, how badly do you want to, like, that's what I'm talking about. Those are people that I'm like, I want to be wifed up. Or I want to be fucking husband up. I want to spend the rest of my life with somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're willing to pay?
Yeah, but that's also crazy to me because it's like you can go out and meet somebody for free.
You can go out and you can just pay.
You just get a hooker. Like that's the same.
Listen, you're doing the same.
This is just a relationship prostitute, is what you're getting.
You pay $15 a month.
Yeah. What do you pay? Yeah, exactly. You're going to see you're going to see Sparkles behind the fucking trailer park every fucking month and paying $20 anyway.
Right.
It's the same. It is the same thing. Wow, it's just a prostitution website, but for marriage.
Yeah.
It's just prostitution.
Listen, the best way to do prostitution, porn.
What do you mean?
You're getting paid to fuck. It's just not illegal because you film it.
Yeah, that's that's how porn became porn.
You think?
Yeah, there's like a thing about it where like
somebody got caught and they pulled out a camera real fast. Like, no, officer.
I think in like the 70s, back when like 42nd Street and Times Square were just basically like all fucking like prostitutes and porno theaters.
I remember.
the way around like doing live sex shows and everything like that, they would just like set up a camera. There wouldn't be any film in it, but they would just like you would just go into like a room and watch like two people fuck. And the way that they got
camera, so
but no, you would go and like watch it. But the way they got around it is like they would say like, oh, they're just filming it and like whatever they're watching, but like we're filming this to make porn.
God,
That's like that was like a thing. That was like a porno thing. That's how like live sex because there used to be live sex shows in 40s. It used to be like just like Amsterdam.
dude, that's a genius workaround.
Yeah, that's how it was for a very long time. They would just like do live sex shows and say they were filming it, and they would just have a camera. And
Some sort of accountant came up with that. They were like, no.
Dude, if it's weird, the history of porno is basically that.
Where do you find the history of porno?
There's this show I watched called The Deuce.
Okay.
And The Deuce is about, it was on HBO, it's a great show. I think it only ran 2 seasons, but it's all about like that fucking, like James Franco's in it, and like he plays like twins, and there's a bunch of dudes from like The Wire. You ever watch The Wire?
No, but I thought it was like a documentary.
No, it's like a TV show, but it's about that area. With Maggie Gyllenhaal's in it too. She plays like a prostitute. And Method Man's in it. He plays a pimp.
Of course.
Fucking awesome. But it's about that fucking... it's about that fucking like era in like Times Square, and they like kind of go into like the boxes, how they made booths, jerk off booths.
Yeah.
Because the old day used to just be you'd go into like a room and you just have to stand there and look at it.
Old day, they still have
Yeah,
them.
but like you would stand, but I'm saying like there was no separation. You would just like look into like a little and like watch a movie, and eventually someone was like, everybody's pulling their dick out. Maybe we should put boots in here. Like that's basically. Like you would just go in, just standing and like jerking off in their pants, like that's
the original cucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what is this? Yeah, this is The Deuce. Yeah.
Oh, this is the show?
Yeah, it's a good show. Yeah,
What's it-
it's Franco. He's like it's like mob guy. It's like crime syndicate guys, and then like, but it all talks about how the prostitution ring, how the police used to like round everybody up. They used to give like get out of jail free cards to the prostitutes. They used to be like, if you got picked up once, you get like a ticket, and you'd be like, I already got picked up once, I can't get picked up again. That's like a whole thing in the show.
Get
Yeah,
out of
they used to give
town.
fucking whores and prostitutes get out of jail free cards.
Wow. Good times.
It's crazy. I love looking at shit from that era because it's like New York was fucking bonkers
Dude,
for a while.
Nothing mattered back then.
No, nothing mattered back then.
Nothing. Health, children.
Oh man, it was
Nothing.
crazy. It was just people living on top of people, and they were just like, all right, well, people fucking they like fucking, so let's just make every place Las Vegas. Every place was Las Vegas or Amsterdam at one point.
Look, since the 60s, it's been nothing but fucking and drugs.
Pretty much. Not like it is now with Elmo walking around asking for tips.
Oh my god. Have you been
back
there
when it was
recently?
back when it was the real New York, when there was just you could step on needles.
I missed it when it was just the naked cowboy. That was your attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you got Barney standing outside, and then you take a picture with Barney, and 40 of them come over.
Well, it's really those guys get really annoying. You ever been to L.A. like to the Grumman's Chinese Theater area?
No, I don't go west.
I've
That's
been
way
there.
too
I've been there a few times, and there's always like where like the fucking handprints are.
Yeah.
It's like all filled with people like dressed up as like Gandalf and like Spider-Man and shit. And my friend got harassed by Homer Simpson. Not like harassed for a tip, not like sexually harassed. Like Homer didn't pull his dick out and start jerking off in front of people.
Well, that's not a good story. Though.
No, that's not. It's kind of funny, but like, if it's Homer Simpson, just like in the middle of it, like, so my friend was just like, he was like, oh, like, we were standing there, and like Homer, like, hey man, want to take a picture? Like he had the voice, and he goes, oh, why don't you take a picture of me and Homer?
Get the fuck
And
out.
then he goes, hey, how about a tip? He like forced him to take a. You know when you do a comedy show and there's a comic who has like merch.
Yes.
You've never heard of them before, and they like bully people into buying shit.
Yep, and
I've
it's
chastised my friends at comedy shows to be like, I bought this shirt, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Did you think they were funny? No. Then why did you buy their merch? It's like they told me I had to. It's like you gave them $25 because you said they had to. Get the fuck out of here.
$25 is cheap.
If you liked the show, if you liked what they said, go buy a shirt by all means. But like, come on. That's what it was. He was like, hey buddy, hey, let me get. And then I'm like, did you just give that man $5?
As nice as it is to give someone money, that's not what they need. That's not going to help them. They need follows. They need to get their name out.
Well, now it's like all follows. They hand out cards now. It's like that's what I mean. It's crazy to me that you can build an entire career. Like I've understand that like if you can be like an Instagram person. I've kind of wrapped my brain around that.
Right.
But the fact that you can like literally make a whole career out of being like Captain America on Instagram is wild to me. And I'm not shitting on it. Good for you, but that's wild that that's a choice.
I kind of see what you're saying.
You know, it's a choice but you have to like commit to it and everything like that, you know, and like go to all the cons and everything. But you can like just be a person that dresses up as like anime characters. That's your job.
Yeah, who was on TikTok doing that? He had Captain America or Spider-Man. He was singing all the songs.
Yeah, but you gotta, that's the thing. If you're gonna do that, you have to basically be a fucking marionette for people. Have you seen the fucking NPC thing?
No.
Yo, Chris, pull up TikTok NPCs.
This non-playable character, right?
That's, yeah, you know, so an NPC...
I'm a little nerdy, I'm not that nerdy.
I know, but like an NPC, like, for those of you who don't know, in a video game, an NPC is just like a character walking around that gives, like, you can interact with them and everything. That's what it is. It's just like a character in a video game.
Right.
But, like, there's, like, a thing on TikTok now where, like, that's what they do. Like, so there's, like, girls, they dress up. Yeah. No, this is one of them. And, like, you give them, like, hearts or whatever. You buy stuff, and they do, like, responses. Can we get sound on this?
What in the fuck?
Can we get sound on this, Chris? I don't have any headphones with me. I'm sorry.
Who needs headphones?
It's going over here.
I know, but I need it.
It's the guy feel like a cowgirl. Let me run it.
Oh, and she's just gonna keep her.
So every time they tip her, she has to say these. Find another one. There's another one that's like. Find like a. There's a Japanese girl that's like that's her thing. So they give them these little hearts, and they buy. So I think they buy money. They buy like these things that represent like tokens. So
Right.
you spend like $100, you get like all these tokens, right? And then you give them these tokens, and based on which one you do, they do all these responses. And this is what these people do.
Really?
Yeah, swear to God. I was going down the rabbit hole of this because I think I saw this on like you fucking watch.
So what you're telling me is they're just cam girls.
But it's so close to just being a webcam.
What's
girl.
the difference?
Yes,
They're not new?
yeah. Here we go. Yeah,
You're
try
getting-
that. Yeah, that's the one, the cat lady.
They get paid to do whatever it is they're told.
All right, look.
Like a cam
look
girl. Oh, Jesus. And that's it?
She's getting that specific tip.
Oh, then she got the laugh tips. She's got the little
There's
laugh.
one where there's this girl's like, ice cream, yummy. Is that it? Cherry Crush, that's the one.
No.
No spicy.
What?
Yum. You're too pretty to be doing this. To be doing what? I'm just eating. And making my bag, as you guys say. You guys are funny. You guys.
Oh?
6.6k away. 6.6k? I'm getting into it. You only need 6.6k more.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even listening to what she's saying. I'm all
Yeah,
up
see,
on the
this is the
ears.
thing.
Are those ears pointy?
Yeah, she's wearing like elf ears. That's
Okay.
what they do. They dress up like characters that would be in a video game.
Pizza.
Oh, they're really
Yeah,
getting
look.
into it.
Ice cream.
Look.
Yum. Bread. Yum. Yum.
I want to walk into a room
I
where
know,
someone's
right?
doing this.
I know. Look at this.
Crunchy corn. Yum.
Crunchy. Yum.
Cute.
Dude, everybody's jerking off to this. Everybody on there is like jerking off to this. You're right. Look at that. I actually think she does like a lot of porn. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she specifically does porn.
Definitely. What was her name?
Cherry
Pop?
Crush. I'm pretty sure she does like OnlyFans or has been like in like porn.
Oh, with a name like that? Come on.
But also, it's like, come on. What do you think? She's like mouth up to the camera. I'm like, come on. Ice cream, good, but people. That's the new thing on TikTok right now. That's what people are fucking loving.
Maybe-
and people make money off that.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, right. There's guys that do it.
No.
Yeah.
See, but they're not.
Find a
as
guy that
profitable.
does this.
I'm sure they do it. They're definitely not
Yeah,
making
look.
as much money.
Cherry Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
What a name like that?
See, that's the other way around it. When they're like, all right, I'm going to dress up as Daphne from Scooby-Doo, and I'm going to shove this dildo up my ass and charge.
Listen.
I'll watch it. I
Thank
will.
you.
Thank you. You know,
couldn't say
all
it.
of us, man-childs, we appreciate you dressing up like Power Girl from DC and fucking deep
More
throating
Sailor
shit.
Moon. Listen to me. More Sailor Moon.
That's your
Thank
thing?
you.
Is that your thing?
I like blondes.
Oh, specifically, you know, like Sailor Jupiter? I just dried up every vagina right in the room. You don't like Sailor Mercury and Sailor Jupiter?
No.
No. I don't like redheads, you fuck.
Dude, no. TV, I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot there's even other girls on that show.
No, I only like long blonde hair.
That's it.
So, yeah, so that's like, man, it's so funny. So I found out about that. It was like Shane Gillis's podcast. He was talking about it with Dan Soder.
Matt and Shane's secret podcast?
I don't know if it was Matt and Shane. I think it was Matt and Shane's, actually.
I don't like it. I like Shane Gillis. I don't like Matt and Shane's secret podcast.
You don't like Matt and Shane's secret podcast?
No, it's terrible. That podcast and anyone that does it solo, garbage.
Really? I like
Tim
it.
Dillon's hysterical with a guest.
But that's like the thing. Like, what you like when somebody's doing it just by themselves?
No, I don't like it.
I'm saying you don't like it when somebody's doing just by. So you don't like Burr's either? Burr does 50-50.
I don't listen to Burr when he does the Monday morning.
I kind of like that.
Monday morning podcast or whatever, and he's just ranting.
But that's his thing. That's fine. Yeah, I get it. It's not for everybody.
I see what you're saying because he does the style
That's his
of ranting.
thing. That's like his. So like, but a lot of people say like he just does what he does on his podcast. I'm like, yeah, but that's what he did on stage, and what else is he going to do on his podcast? You know, he does like a 50-50. I think he had one with Dan Soder on. Him and Soder are on.
Right.
And then like the second half of it was just him talking to the fucking microphone.
That's on Thursdays, yes. Yes, he'll do a guest, and then it's back to him, and I'm like, what are we
But
doing?
they were talking about this, and I'm like, this can't possibly be fucking real.
No.
And it's real.
You know what's even weirder than that?
What's that?
Horror porn.
What, you mean like the Walking Dead porn?
No, maybe? But it's like,
It's horror porn.
dude, it's like, it starts with, you're in a cabin or whatever, and he's doing the pan around, because it's, like your view.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, someone busts through the door, and it's a zombie, and she starts sucking his dick. I watched a few minutes. I can tell you.
How can you not? Like, if somebody tell you...
I'm not gonna lie. It
not gonna lie,
caught
every
my
once in a-
interest because that's who the fuck is doing that?
Every once in a while, like, here it is. Oh my God, there's a predator porn.
Dude, it's the weirdest thing ever.
Oh my God.
You gotta watch that.
Oh, holy shit. Look at it's a female predator. Look at her suck the dick. Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus
Freddie,
Christ. Freddie,
I told
that's
you they got
awful.
horror
We
porn.
can't
It's
show any of
crazy.
this. We can't
Oh,
show
show it
any
all.
of this. This looks, I mean, this is all paid people. This is all fucking simulated. Hell hoes.
No,
What the fuck is that?
Those might be Freddie and all that might be simulated, but there are some of them where it's like not a famous person. It's just like a
No,
killer.
this looks like it's made in, that's a cat person.
That is a cat person.
This is
Yeah, like what the
fucked.
fuck is that thing?
This is fucked up. This is hilarious. This exists.
I love it. I
Dude,
love people.
There is literally something for everybody in porn. I can't believe there's a predator porn. That's got to be expensive to make. That mask. She's sucking the dick with the mask on.
Here's the real question.
I'm glad this happened 38 minutes into the podcast and not fucking right at the top. So Chris has to be like, we have to take all that out.
Well, who the hell is paying for all this porn?
Dude, there's people.
There's millions of dollars going to porn stars, millions of dollars going to production.
Yeah.
They're not generating millions of dollars. I refuse to believe everyone's subscribing to Bang Bros and all that shit.
They are making money. I mean, they are like, it's why? Because of OnlyFans craze? That's like actually an excellent point.
That's definitely dipping
It's
into
all
the market.
everybody. Well,
But there's how many websites where you can get whatever. Like
but it's all
Lena the
preference
Plug.
for people. It's all preference. Isn't porn like, it's like comedy. Like, it's all about what you're into. Am I wrong?
Sure,
Yeah.
but what I mean is like Lena the Plug. She did that porn
Oh,
with
that fucking-
the dude or whatever. It was on porn websites like
Adam
the next
22?
day. Who's fucking paying for it? How much money are you really losing?
Yeah. I mean, but like, I don't know, man. Like, sex is will always sell, I guess, in that aspect.
Oh, yeah.
But like, people always make the joke. It's like, oh, there's too much, and I'm like, there probably is too much porn. Let's be honest. But it's one of those things that's probably, it's like, I think like, isn't it like one of the highest grossing businesses in the country? I don't know if it's top 5, but it's up there.
Imagine
right?
it was. I don't
I don't know.
unless
Well,
you're
everybody has
counting-
their own studio now, doesn't it? Everybody just makes their own shit.
That's also if you're gonna count OnlyFans. I'm sure if that's considered.
But
porn.
that's like considering, like, that's not all made in the valley out in fucking California.
no. But I mean, if you're just gonna put it under the umbrella of porn,
it is porn. But it's not all porn.
no, it's not. But girls that do porn on
Yeah.
there. If you're gonna count that,
Most
I'm
girls
sure
that
it's
do
still
porn
high.
are on OnlyFans.
Yeah, because they're making millions, taking in everything. No, let's be realistic.
Thousands, probably.
Thousands.
That's a couple hundred. I mean, you gotta work for it. There's a couple people that I know
A couple
that.
of them, I think they make thousands a month.
Yeah, thousands. I would say
I'd
that.
say
Yeah,
millions.
Yeah. Well, I know a few people that do, and they are not millionaires.
It's because you know them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. It's almost like, but there's also an argument to be made that it's almost like the superhero genre in a lot of ways.
What do you mean?
It's oversaturated.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, it
But
is.
it's slowly becoming more mainstream in a lot of ways. Like the crossover of porn stars, like you know who Lisa Ann is?
Yes.
She's like all over the sports news stuff now. She's like, because she's huge into, she was apparently a huge, or is like a big sports person, like is always in several fantasy leagues, loves basketball.
Is she like an announcer or
Yeah,
something?
she was like, no, she does like the fantasy booking stuff and everything, and like a lot of
Oh, no
podcasts. And she
way.
does like a lot of sports stuff. She has her own, I think, her own radio show too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You make your money,
Yeah.
or
But that's the
become
person.
famous
That's
in
the
your
person who
lane.
was really smart. You can tell. That's a person who was really smart with their money. Like, no pun intended, made their nut in porn.
Right.
But like, and then like crossed over in like a really good way, and is like sort of like slowly being accepted into the mainstream, which is good.
You know who's?
They're like a person. They're becoming a personality instead of just something.
It was just like
to
that
fuck.
as Kim K.
Kardashian.
Yeah, she's famous
I
for
used to shit on her so much. I shit on her less now because
because she's so fucking.
get it.
Dude,
She doesn't. She doesn't. It's a brand. It's all brand. She doesn't do anything.
But that's what I'm getting. She's got the brand.
Yeah.
She makes that money that way. But what does she do with her time? She goes to the president and she meets and she tries to get people out of jail.
I get it. Didn't really work out for her though, did it?
No. But you can't knock her for trying.
It's just, you know what it is? I have such a problem with celebrity worship as my problem. Like, I just
Oh,
think it's like people like worship that, like idolize her.
Right.
And I'm just like, I mean, from a business, I guess you can respect that. Like, she definitely built something, like with help, obviously, but who doesn't? But at the same time, I'm like, when you worship something, when you're like, when it becomes that idol worship, I get fucking skeeved out by that.
Yeah, well, that was like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie.
Yo, dude.
The
that
Simple
shit,
Life or whatever.
Did you watch the Von Dutch documentary?
No.
Yo, it's crazy because like that's an era that I grew up in. Like that was wild. Remember when Paris Hilton was like uber famous just for like the sake of the name?
What was the famous saying?
What was the famous saying?
That's hot.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, and every girl I knew said that, and every girl dressed like her.
Yeah.
Every girl I knew dressed like
You
her.
say it like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm just saying it's crazy to me. I'm saying like it was such a phenomenon. And in the Von Dutch documentary, they talked because that was huge too at the time, and everybody was draped in that shit. So they talked about like sort of how like it was so important to get all those fucking clothes on Paris Hilton and everything like that. But it's weird though because nobody really knows who invented it.
Yeah.
If you watch it's on Hulu. If you watch the documentary, they're like, I invented Von Dutch. I invented Von Dutch and everything. But it's
No,
like
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like
That's fucking crazy.
But like
That's
her, that was it. It meant so much to put that. She was such an it person. It meant so much to have her. I don't know if it's like that anymore though. Even with Kim Kardashian, is it really like that for a celebrity just to wear? I don't really keep up with that shit as much. But like, is
no,
it?
because it's not celebrities now. Now it's all influencers. It's
That's
Instagram. It's fucking TikTok.
That's the new celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's a celebrity.
Well, yeah, but that's like what level? Is there a peak? Like, do you think anybody could be Michael Jackson famous ever again? You think someone can that level of fame?
Yeah.
Like when you're dead, you're still making money, like that level of fame.
Well, he's not dead yet, but I put Drake.
You don't think he's dead? I thought we were going to get into something weird for it. Like Michael Jackson is
We
alive
can talk
in
about
Vermont
that if you want, because I'm telling you, Jackson's still alive.
with Tupac
Elvis is still
and
alive.
Cuban.
Tupac.
Yeah, they're all in Cuba.
They're Area 51.
So what are you saying? No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I don't remember.
God damn it!
Was it even important?
No, we were on a really. I
Yeah,
was having fun
so-
with this conversation.
But anyway, Paris Hilton.
Yes.
We were talking about the celebrities and all that.
yeah,
You know she's a fucking genius.
no, that's the thing.
She got like a PhD.
She put on like an act, and
Yeah.
I was like, respect. I was like, I get it.
You can't knock the hustle.
And all she does now is she just kind of like sits back and has money. She has all these like, I mean, there was that point where like everybody has to cut an album at a certain point.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You have to try to be a singer. Like I've never understood that. Dane Cook did that.
Oh, try it. What's
No.
the worst that happens? It don't work.
It's probably not.
You look terrible.
Yeah, it's because it's like it's when you're like at a level of fame and then you try to release a song. I think. And it's when you're like at that era, it's either good. What's this? Yeah, this is her whole. I read this. I watched this documentary.
Yeah.
Like she kind of was just like, I'm gonna play the system, and everybody's gonna think I'm an idiot. And all I'm gonna do is make. That's all she did. All she did was make money.
Now
And do a
she's
lot of
just-
cocaine, but like that's cool. Like
When you're famous, what else are you doing?
that's kind of. I'm not even shitting on her. I'm like that's everybody does it at that level.
Yeah, all she does is the Hilton hotels now.
Yeah, that's what she runs all those.
Not only runs them, she does the The advertisement. She's on all the commercials.
She has on all the advertisement because she still has face value. That's a person who has like corporate face value now because of like how she maneuvers.
Now,
and shit.
there's the question. Is there anybody going to be able to do something like that?
That'll probably be a more common thing.
You think?
That's the in thing now.
And last, though?
No, the in thing now is to be a fucking entrepreneur, right? Like Kevin Hart's not just a comedian; he's also a fucking, you know.
Well, that's what everyone is today, right? Everyone's
It's
an
so
entrepreneur.
stupid. It's not
everyone's a
stupid.
comedian.
I'm just like, why doesn't anybody just want to be good at comedy? You know what I mean? Like, you have to do 800 different things. You always meet people, especially at like the level that we're at, that are like, I play the banjo, I tap dance. It's like, just do one thing.
Right. Who's like Tom Segura? He's the only person I know that has just been a stand-up comedian.
Pretty much, yeah. He's kind of just. There's a couple people like that. The crossover to movies is usually like most of the time these guys are writers, so there's usually a script that comes with you got Burt made his Machine movie and everything like that. And then there's the Sebastian Maniscalco movie and everything. Like most of these guys, like the film thing is like you expect to see comedians in like a TV show or film and everything. It's just the music is one of those things where like you better be really good at it. But it's also like, how am I supposed to take you seriously? You just told dick jokes for 10 years. All of a sudden you're going to cut a fucking dramatic song.
Who just did that? Nikki Glazer.
Yeah,
Glazer?
Yeah, she did the song about Bob Saget.
Yeah.
I love you, Bob Saget.
So, I mean, she got made fun of for a week, a month, whatever it was,
Yeah.
and it's gone.
Yeah, but Glazer's also somebody that could probably take that shit too.
Well, you only do that shit once you make it to that point.
That's true. Yeah, you got to try other stuff, right? I guess. Yeah.
See, back to my point.
So, all right. I'm not even shitting on it. I'm just saying, like, I'll shit on the song if it's bad.
No,
like,
you could definitely do something terrible. Michael Jordan was a great basketball player.
yeah, not a
Terrible
great baseball
baseball
player. And I'm a huge Jordan fan. I always say it. I'm like, it was that documentary they made called Jordan Rides the Bus.
You know who shares Michael Jordan's birthday?
Who?
This guy.
This guy?
February 17th.
I bet you don't share his fucking record.
No rings.
No rings. Just, well, you got rings, just not those kind of rings.
I got no rings.
You got no ring? You're not wearing pinky
Nothing.
rings for the wedding?
No. I'm not Rob White.
Shout out Rob White, second
White
place
all
at the
day.
Governor's Comedy.
Rob White, wear more rings.
Wouldn't that be funny if you just started with the suit, just ring? He's got his
He's
little.
got the suit. He does the cigar.
I know.
He needs the rings.
I'm gonna tell him, like, you gotta start wearing
He
pinky
needs
rings.
one of those 4-finger rings.
Oh, the one that just says like king
Rob.
on it or chief.
No, it's got to say Rob. Robbie.
Just says white. Oh my God.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
shit. Oh, my
God.
That was good.
Yeah. This has been fucking. I'm having so much fun. Thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, no, dude.
I'm not wrapping up. I'm just saying. We got some time left. I'm just saying. It was really cool to have you on. No. So I try to keep a tight ship. I think there's nothing worse than a podcast that's like, let's just ramble for 3 hours and let's put that out. What?
Joe Winchell was like 30 minutes late.
I texted him.
Ladies and gentlemen, running a tight ship.
When we started, when I get into the building, everything runs on time. Dude, I'm fucking perpetually late. It's the worst.
I know. Chris was telling me.
I know, he knows. I at least I have courtesy to be like, I'm running behind. And he goes, I know. And I'm like, yeah, I figured.
Why
Like,
don't you just move it up to 3:30?
I'm one of those dudes that's either like 20 minutes late or 3 hours early. I get like so anxious. I'm like, I just gotta leave now.
I swear to God, if I didn't just delay, I would have been here at like 2:30.
Yeah, that's why I told you, like, take your time. Like, I'm gonna be there at like 3:20. So, but no, I'm happy you're here, and this has been fun because I don't know. Again, I do this so I can just talk shit.
No, I love fucking hanging out with you.
man.
I love seeing you at the fucking mics and the shows and shit. Being able to hang out and see everyone.
Yeah, it's good. Usually I'm outside smoking, but I'm trying to
It's 'cause
stop that.
We hide.
What's that? Yeah,
We
we always hide.
I understand. I don't want to be around. Stop. Everyone go away. Go away.
Isn't that weird?
Don't stand around me.
Well, it's weird too because like it's one of those things where you kind of have to like after a show as a comedian after a show you kind of have to stand there like a fucking air like flight attendant
Right.
afterwards and be like, thank you for coming, thank you for coming, thank you for oh my God. And it's like actually my favorite thing to do now is have Chris stand next to me because you can always tell how much like if Chris like comes and sees a show and like takes pictures at like McGuire's or something,
Right.
I'll have like he'll stand next to me like after the show. And we can always tell who really paid attention to the show when they go down the line of comedians and they go to Chris and they go, you were really funny too. He just goes, I was, wasn't I? And I laugh, and I'm like, okay, dude. Okay, mister, I didn't pay attention to half the fucking show.
I watched somebody do that. That's
Isn't that
so
the best?
funny you said. Yeah. Oh, who was I standing with? They were a comedian, but they weren't on the show.
Yeah,
at all.
I think it was probably Andy. Andy does that shit too. Andy
it
Plajanos.
was actually at Club 121.
Oh, out in
Amityville.
yeah,
or
Amityville.
whatever.
Yeah, I love that shit. It's
I'm
so,
mad that place is gone. That was such a nice spot.
Amityville musical.
No, not the musical. Club 121.
Oh, the little rock club.
Was it a rock?
It was like a venue place. It had like it had like a little stage, right?
It looked like a Sweet 16 hole.
Yeah, a quinceañera hall, if you will.
Thank you.
Yes, I know exactly what it's like. Yeah, that place, they shut that down, though, right?
Yeah, but it was so nice. The wood was nice and the stage was great.
Yeah.
Dude, it looked like somebody redid that.
It's always a nice place
And
that
they
get
sold it.
shut down. Yeah, of course they sold it. It's getting harder and harder to do comedy any place now.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah, I'm like you now. I'm trying to quit smoking.
I'm 4 years.
You
No smoking?
quit smoking after 4 years?
4 or 5? I've been 4 or 5 years clean.
4 or 5 years clean. Clean. Nothing here.
Nothing. Check them. No
These are
check.
my chips right here. I got 6. All right. Anyway, no, I'm trying to because I smoke a fuck ton of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And I should smoke. I've been trying to I'm trying to wean myself off with a different dirty habit, and then eventually I'll just quit.
Well, again,
I don't want to quit cold turkey. I'll probably die.
it's not bad for you. We were talking about this before, but it's not. Nicotine isn't bad.
Well,
Nicotine's
it's the chemicals
great.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, nicotine is actually great for testosterone. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yes, it's great for testosterone and something else, but that's unimportant.
These are facts by Nick
That
Wilkinson.
part didn't catch my attention.
Listen, I only heard the first part of the conversation,
That was
so I
it.
remembered that much.
Well, look at the size of me. I did anything to make me more manly.
So yeah, I'm just trying to. I don't know. I'm just trying to wean myself off a little bit. Like,
Well, weaning is going to be hard.
yeah,
You can't wean. You got to change habits.
yeah, that's true.
Smoke in the morning, vape in the morning. Smoke
I
after
don't
a
smoke.
meal.
I really don't smoke during the day. That's a weird thing.
Really?
Not really, unless I'm like, I don't know. Unless I'm like, I've done it on the road before, but if I'm like here, I usually don't smoke until I won't have a cigarette until like 4 or 5 o'clock.
What are you more like social?
Yeah, it's like it's got to be a social thing. It's really do. It's got to be a fucking. Does vaping lower your testosterone? What the fuck? God
What?
damn.
Chris, what are you doing to me here?
Can erectile dysfunction take this off?
No. Andrew Tate never said any of that.
Andrew Tate probably knows that instead. Andrew
told me
Tate
smoke a
never
cigar.
said any of that. God damn it! What was I get distracted so easily and I lose my train of thought? No, I'm just trying to quit. Like eventually, I do want to quit. There's a book that I've heard that people read that helps with it. It's called like The Easy Way to Quit Smoking or something like that.
Yeah. It's
So-
called Stop Smoking.
It's called it's just called Stop Smoking, dum dum.
I swear.
What do you got? No willpower, you piece of shit.
Well, what is it? Quitting smoking for dummies?
Yeah, it's quitting smoking for dum dums. Oh, it's just fucking. Hey, are you dumb? Here, read this.
Do you have no willpower?
Do you have no willpower? Do you suck at life?
Are you weak?
Are you weak? Do you cry every night when you stare at the pack of cigarettes? Do you
let your
shake when you
wife
put one in
peg
your mouth? Have you lost a family member?
What's the size of your wife's strap on?
Oh my gosh. God. All right, now we have to wrap up.
Oh, Lord. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming on, dude. This was fun. I just like to, again, it's just me coming on and I like bullshitting with people. That's all. I'm not trying to find the deeper truth in anything.
No, this felt like we were just hanging out.
No, like I feel like so many fucking podcasts, like a lot of dudes with podcasts are always just like, yo, take a run at me because that's who I am. I never give up. And I'm like, I always see like black and white clips on like YouTube of like dudes like saying like, you got to take a real run at me if you want to fucking stop me. And I'm like, what part of the podcast is this?
What
exactly?
does it even mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't talk about any of that.
Did you take a run at him?
No, I talked about Ninja Turtles.
You know what podcasters need to stop doing?
What?
Telling me to smash the like button. I've broken too many keyboards.
It just sounds like such a douchey thing to say. I always say just like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, like,
It's
share,
like,
subscribe.
because there's some
Hit the
of
bell.
it, there's that corniness that I can't, I hate when people are like really enthusiastic about like you smash that subscribe button. It's like, don't smash it. I just brought this airbook. Please, I don't want to break this fucking computer. You know, so many people, like you said, just like run out of computers because over enthusiastic influencers are telling them to hit their fucking computers.
Right, and I got to do what I'm told. You see.
Nick Wilkinson, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever see his face on a comedy poster, go see it. He's very funny. Thanks for coming out, man. This is great. When this episode comes out, you'll already be married. So congratulations on your engagement, and to future Nick, congratulations on your marriage.
Thanks, Sean.
You're welcome, dude. Like, share, and subscribe. The views have been going good, dude. We did not put up an episode last week due to some stuff in the comedy community that you probably know about already. And so just like, share, and subscribe. Keep putting up those views, guys. Thank you.
The Millennial Stoner outro song. Yeah, pack a bowl and sing along. Blah, la, blah, la, blah, la, 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 la. Ba, ba, blue sheep, ba, 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 ba. This is the favorite podcast of the Dalai Lama.